Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Annie Catabriga and I'm going to bring you your weekly channeled reading for the energy themes of the coming week. Before we dive in, I want to remind you that I do personal sessions. I have spots available in March, and if you want to post a testimonial after your session with me, you can get 20% off of your reading with coupon code testimonial. So if that sounds good to you, then check out my website because that's where you can sign up for one. All right, let's look at the card that we got this week. Oh my gosh. Okay, who was here last week and saw that we got the exact same card, and the likelihood of that happening by chance is so low. The probability of pulling the same card 2 weeks in a row is so low. We're being reminded by our guides here. A lot of the times when we see repeating cards come up, like if you're doing readings for yourself at home and you get the same card, you're pulling the same card over and over, it's because your guides really want to get the message through. And sometimes if it doesn't really land the first time, if we're not integrating it, then they'll keep pulling it up and showing it to us as a reminder that, hey, this is still important. Come back to this. So let's go in on the theme of strength and see what flavor it is this week. We're pulling from inner resources this week that have always been with us, but we don't always need to use them. They kind of feel like feels like pulling from reserves. Just because we can doesn't mean that we necessarily often have to. But this is a week where we might be pulling up strength, perseverance, courage, boldness, things that help us be strong in the world, that exist within us, that are muscles that we haven't flexed recently, possibly, but they are in there and we can draw on them when we need them. This is a week where we might find ourselves saying something that we have long held to be true for us. Maybe it's taking some kind of stand regarding something we care about in the world. Maybe it's stating something to someone or stating something to the world, speaking a truth that we've been holding inside ourselves for a while now, that we haven't come out into the world with. This is a week for speaking up and taking a stand about something that we believe in some way. And our guides are saying that it isn't just about finding solidarity with other people. It's also about healing a piece of what's inside of us. There is an element here where our authenticity overrides our fear. Our integrity overrides the part of us that wants to stay safe. This is a big week for letting people know where we stand. This could be, in a wider community sense, or it could be in a very personal sense. Our guides are saying that there's something inside of us. This is not something that we are wishy-washy on. This is something that we have been solid in our inner knowing on for a while now. There's something in there that has not come out that needs to be said, that requires speaking in order for us to be fully in our own authenticity, for our own self-expression, and so that we can match what's inside of ourselves with how we present ourselves to the world. If there's something like that that is waiting to come out, I do think that this week could be a week where it does. And it's being encouraged, really, because it's time. Mm-hmm. And we're being reminded that we don't have to overly justify our points of view. We don't need to prove or convince people that our truth is important to us. Mm-hmm. There's this freedom in getting over the part of us that wants to keep us small, that feels safer in hiding something about ourselves, feels safer in not rocking the boat, keeping the peace, keeping ourselves smaller and quieter than who we are, out of fear that when we do, there will be judgment, backlash, pushback. And that doesn't mean that that's not going to happen. But when we're looking at it from a wider viewpoint, we see that any kind of pushback we might experience in the moment from expressing ourselves authentically in the world is very, very minuscule in comparison to what we get out of the positive results that we get. The ones who can see us more clearly because we are standing in the world more authentically are our people. That's where we find our true community. That's where we find allyship in the world. So what we have to give up, though it is small, and what we risk, though it feels scary, it's small in comparison to what we have to gain by standing in our truth this week. All right, everyone. If this speaks to you and you want to share your story with me, please do. I always love to hear from you. I hope you have an empowering week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.